Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Encounter. I don't know how I haven't seen this. It came out in 2021. It's an Amazon Prime movie. It has Riz Ahmed in it. And he's a decorated Marine, and he goes on a rescue mission to save his children from alien threats, essentially. And so, I don't know. Octavia Spencer's in it as well, and the other people I don't recognize. It is 5.8 on IMDb. When I saw this today, I was like, I had to see it before. I have no idea, but maybe not. So, an hour and 48 minutes long. That's the only downside. It is a Thursday night, so it's kind of the weekend eve, if you will. But we'll see. Let me get into it, find out what it's about, see if I've seen it before, and maybe just never rated it, but I don't know. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Encounter. We're at the 54-minute, 10-second mark. There's 54 minutes and 34 seconds left. And I'm not sure why I haven't seen this movie. Like, I mean, it's on Amazon Prime, it's free, it's got a pretty good actor in it that I know, and it's a pretty interesting concept. So it's really our main character, I forget his name, but he's an Army vet, or a Marine vet, I should say. So a military vet, I guess is the best way to say it. I know, I'm looking up his name, Riz Ahmed. And he is separated or divorced from his wife. She's remarried. His two sons live there. Anyway, he comes back and he takes them on this road trip. And we find out more, of course. But he takes them on this road trip where he's saying there's like some sort of alien invasion happening. Really with bugs or, you know, insects kind of thing living inside of you. And he's trying to get them to a military base. Now, from the beginning, at least in my thoughts, was and this is not a spoiler alert, it's more of an opinion, but you're leaning on the edge. Is he really, or is this guy just nuts, kind of thing? That's kind of where you're at. So, you know, his sons haven't seen him in like 2 years. They love him. Of course, he has some, I don't know why I'm saying of course, but he's got some kinds of issues because, you know, he's yelling at them, makes them upset kind of thing. So it's not all, you know, rainbows and unicorns as they take this road trip. So there are breadcrumbs maybe to what you're thinking. But, you know, it's interesting. I don't want to say much more than I have. I was trying to think of another way. Octavia Spencer's in it. She knows him, and so she becomes a resource for everybody else as this road trip goes on. I'll leave it at that for now, but it's interesting. I want to see where it goes. I have my predictions, but hopefully my predictions are wrong, and it becomes interesting. Alright, I don't know. I'm stretching right now, trying to think of other things to say without spoiling it. Let me just get back into it here and see where it goes. I will say this right before I go. I thought to myself, like, beautiful scenery. I mean, I think they're kind of going from California to Las Vegas, and the mountain, you know, the view is just phenomenal. Like, he starts off at a hotel. I want to say it's called the Trails End Motel, and I'm like, I'd like to just rent a room there, sit on the back patio, on the roof at first, I should say, and just look. Like, just sit there and just like drink a case of beer and just look. And you'll see it. If you watch this movie, watch that in the beginning. The hotel he's at, it kind of drones out, and you got the, wow. You know, and I'm sure like rooms there are cheap and stuff like that. It'd be fantastic. That's immediately what I thought. So, I don't know. Alright, I'm sorry. I'll get back to it and talk more about the actual movie than just the scenery in a minute. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Encounter, and you know, the first thing I'd say, it's funny because Rory Cochrane is in it, right? And I was watching, I was like, oh wow, he's in this too. I just watched a movie with him in it. This is crazy. then I realized the reason I'm watching this movie is because Rory Cochrane was in the other movie. And it's not Dazed and Confused Slater. It was, or Empire Records and Lucas. But no, it was, I watched Right at Your Door. Right at Your Door, Right at Your Front Door. One of the, I forget what it is, from 2006. And I was looking at him to remember something else. And I saw this movie, Encounter, and I was like, how did I miss this? That's what connected me to it. I was like, oh, I'm a goof. That I know he's in this because this is the whole reason I'm watching this movie, because I found it because of him. Anyway, Riz Ahmed is our main character in this. Rory plays the FBI agent who's involved in this, leading the charge. And Octavia Spencer plays a connection between the two of them without going into too much detail. But I do feel that this movie was, to me, I felt predictable. You know, and although it was predictable, I also found it thrilling. So it held my interest the entire time. And then there was times where it was like, whoa, you know, really into it. I can't think of another word besides thrilling. It was really, you know, not edge of your seat as much, but maybe a little bit here and there. There's a lot of, like, not action, like a huge action, but enough commotion to keep you entertained and involved in the film. And I felt, you know, the father with his two sons, although it's not, like I said, rainbow and unicorns, there is a connection, a love there, even though that they haven't been together their entire lives, kind of thing. Not that they were separated their entire lives, but there's like a gap, right? But, you know, a boy's love for his father, father love for his boys, that kind of stuff. So, did I say well acted? I don't know if I did or not. I mean, the kids, I always are amazed at how kids can act. You know, I think to myself, you know, when you see these two kids, even, you know, both of them, but the younger one, like, I didn't see it, they just showed it. Actually, I think this is a Spanish credit, so I wouldn't know. Like, are they Riz Ahmed's kids? Like, if they were, alright, you know, that's not, you know, that great, because, but if they're not, which I suspect, you know, they're good little actors, and that's pretty cool. So, and then him, of course, I've liked him. I think he's a good actor, and he does a great job in this. So, there you go. That's what I got. Well acted. Decent plot, but transparent, but thrilling and keeps you engaged the entire time. For me, I'm going to have to give it a 6. Yeah, it's not, 6 is like good. It's definitely not a 7. I can't take it as low as a 5. But the father-son aspect, the acting, it's all good enough for me to watch it. And it's free on HBO. So check it out. It's not Entourage, it's Encounter. Entourage was a great show. I used to go to a bar when I lived in a different time. It was called Encounters. We had 3 bars in our town: Encounters, the Corvette, and Johnson's. And they all had different things about them. So Encounters had the dartboard. Alright, that's it. A little bit too much information. Hopefully I was helpful. If not, I apologize, but I appreciate you tuning in, and continue to tune in to Kimmel's Irish Pub.